So this fine machine here needs its 50-hour service done, and the dealership is a little over a month out for getting stuff looked at if you bring it in, and I really didn't feel like trailering it that far, so here we go. I'm gonna do it myself, and you guys get to watch if you like. It doesn't require the largest amount of tools, and I am doing this holding the machine up the backhoe outriggers. Didn't really make it easier, but I don't have a flat spot that jacks won't sink into the ground, so I left the backhoe on and used it as my lift. This here is your drain plug that you're looking for. I left this in because I've never quite seen fluid do something like that before. Getting this clamp off, getting that tube out of the way is probably going to be way more complicated with the backhoe on than off. I can't get access to the top of that tube because the backhoe is on. At this point I was committed to the decision I made, but if you can get the backhoe off and get the rear of that tractor up in the air, it's going to make this job exceptionally easier. And you start to see how it got to be pretty complicated. What you're looking at here is take two. Unfortunately, my camera did not record it the first time I did this, so if that looks pretty clean already, that's because it is. But that's the way it goes from time to time. So I'm walking you through the process again, re-cleaning it, just so you can see what I did. But there was an awful lot of gunk and debris on there, so I see why they have you pulling this every time you do a fluid service on this machine. Now the magnet, when I first pulled it out, was kind of centered in the middle of that metal mesh. So all I'm doing right here is kind of putting it back where I found it. It's going to be give or take-ish right about there. That's where I found it, that's where I'm going to put it back. This discovery scared me the most. There was all sorts of, I don't know, paint, plastic debris, a number of goodies in the bottom of that fluid housing there that I was not really fond of. I took some time to wrap a paper towel around a screwdriver and swiped it through there. It seemed like it was either paint or plastic, but I don't know. Just felt like when you spend close to 30 grand on a machine. You probably shouldn't find that stuff in there, but it's the way it goes. And this right here is where I really paid for the decision to not take that backhoe off. It was extremely time consuming to get that rubber tube back on, and I will not be doing this way again. While having the backhoe off, I did take a look at it, and without having the 3-point arms on, you can get to this tube quite a bit easier. This is where we round the bend. Filters changed, fluids changed out. Just got to top it off. Check your dipstick and your manual. See whether you need the low viscosity fluid or not. Some of them ask for it, some of them don't. I don't know if it was a year change or what. They made the decision to start putting low viscosity in there. But it's something you want to keep an eye out for. It's always best practice before you fire it up. Just pull that dipstick, double check, make sure you got enough fluid in there. It's where it's supposed to be. It'll probably go down a little when you start it up, pull it through the filter and everything else, but you know, you want it at a good level before you turn it on, then check it again after you run it. And this is where I almost knocked myself unconscious. If you do this, keep an eye out above you. It could have really hurt. So there we have it, ready to run for another bunch of hours. Hopefully this was helpful, and thanks for watching.